So I just got a call from a client in Rhode Island who has an aggressive dog who is not letting anyone in the house or in the yard, and he has bitten people. He is 6 years old and she is in desperate need of help. So I'm driving to Rhode Island right now to see if I can help her.
Take a slight right turn to merge onto I-195 West, then keep left to merge onto MA-79 North toward North Fall River.
Alright, so why don't you start? You tell me how long has this been going on?
He's 6 years old. When he was in between when we got him in one, he was basically around a baby and things like that. But then where we moved was very isolated. So the only place to really walk him was like this one long desolate road, and he never really we never ran into anyone. He needed only a collar, that was it. And then as he got older, the place, we lived there for over 5 years, so about 5 years. So as it turned into a college dorm, so you've got more people, things like that. He didn't like that, and it got worse and worse and worse every time he spotted a dog or he spotted a person or a kid. The children was the thing that really kind of upset me. We used to have this thing like where we'd have to be in communication with each other at all times.
Okay.
And we didn't have him well equipped to deal with those people or anything, the dogs or anything.
So he would act very aggressive when he saw.
Oh gosh, yeah. And he's big, so it's very hard to control him. And as he got bigger, he got stronger. So it turned.
So how old was he when you moved there?
We got him when he was there.
He was
brought
just
him home
a puppy.
there. Yes.
He was about 8 weeks old.
8 weeks old.
Yes, and I mean, he did, that whole puppy phase, great, but we did not socialize him like we should have.
Right.
And we know that. So, you don't want to lose him, so you tend to keep him away from what upsets him. You know what I mean? So we ended up keeping him in the yard more.
When did you realize that was a problem?
I would have to say
We went to a store, and he was in the back of our truck at the time, and the window was open. It was just me and my dad in the car at the time. They had gone into the store, and a man had walked by the car and seen him. He went, oh, you have a German Shepherd, you're a beautiful dog. He goes, can I pet him? And we're like, yeah, why not? And he went to go reach, and Baron almost got himself lodged in the window trying to get this person. And the guy
So how
like,
old
all
was he
right.
then?
I want to say about 2.5.
Okay, so that was years ago, and that since then he has always been aggressive with everybody that he meets.
Like, we can't have family over. If we do, he's got to be put in her room, which I hate, just kills me.
Now, when people come over, he doesn't get to the point that he warms up to them.
We hide him instantly.
We gave him the chance once, and just when my sister had her boyfriend over, and it was a holiday, and we were like, Baron needs to go out. You guys have been over, far too long.
Like, everything has to be around him.
We went to go bring him past, thought we had him on secure, and as soon as he just spotted the guy next to Megan, he went for him. And
so your life is basically, you for a life around him. You know what I mean? And you've sacrificed things, and picnics and holidays, things like that. It's been rough, but we figure we're doing it for him. But in reality, it's really making him suffer.
All right. Has he actually bitten people?
Yes, he got a home inspector once. We had the whole front gate locked, or he actually reached into the gate, and we had 2 warning signs up and a doorbell. He the guy ignored it all. Walked. He got to that third step, and Baron saw his foot, and that was it. He went through, and he like nipped him with his front teeth.
Another thing is we have to test the whatever room he's put in. Normally my room, because that's where he sleeps typically and everything like that. When the kids come over, every time we have to check underneath the door to see if our fingers fit, and if our fingers can fit, we know that the kids' fingers can fit.
Yeah.
So we have to go up to the kids.
That's smart that you do that.
Yeah.
It's smart, but
Well, you
it's
figure-
sad at the fact that I have to look at my 8-year-old
Yeah.
niece and a 3-year-old and be like, make sure you don't go near that door and don't try and slip your fingers under there because the doggy's in there.
Their mom, she's very fearful of dogs, and it's because of Baron. Do you know what I mean? She just hasn't had good experiences at all. So he didn't help.
So what would you like to see happen, like with the training? How would it change?
I would just like to see him. I mean, he's our family, so I would love to see him be able to be part of that family. The point of it would be just having people be able to come into the yard, having people be able to come over for Christmas and for Thanksgiving and for dinner on Sundays and just everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll help you guys with him.
So I definitely have no doubt that you could do the job.
All right. So we're gonna continue to work with him, and we're gonna film his
I'm
progress, and you'll see
Yeah.
where we can take it.
One of my major things that I absolutely trust is he's my emotional support animal. And when I tell people that, they're like, can I see him? He's supposed to be like, a service type dog. And I have to explain to him, like, he wasn't trained though to be a service dog. He did a completely different test, And so, they're like, so you can't.
So
bring him out in
he
public.
naturally helps you,
Exactly.
but
But
his
he
presence.
can't be around people. So they're like, that's weird. He shouldn't be, considered that then. And
so
I'm
you'll
like,
make a big difference if you can actually take him
Yeah.
places
Yeah.
and not have to worry
Yeah.
about him being aggressive.
Because he is ultimately her dog, or grandma, grandpa.
Okay, so you bring him closer to me,
Dad,
and I'm
come.
gonna fix his
Come.
mouth. I'll try to.
Baron.
And you just bring him close again.
There. Come.
He's ready for a nap.
Come.
Put him there. So now I'm gonna take the whole thing off, please. Connor. No, he never had a prong collar on before.
No.
He's never even had a leash like that
Well, he's had a collar. He's had a collar and a leash.
when he was a puppy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just open this.
Yep.
And you can basically just stay away from him.
Yep. Come on. Let's see if you have to go in. Go in.
I'm fine.
So first I'm just basically testing him and see how he's going to respond to me being
Yep.
around him.
I'm already
Now he
amazed.
feels like everything changed. You know, the call is different. There's someone else handling him.
Yeah.
And you're not there with him. So, but there's no growling so far, which is good. Because a lot of times what happens, the dog just doesn't know. And like I said, he had no reason to know that he was
It's
being bad.
completely different right
No,
now.
because he had no way to know that he was being bad. With the collar and the leash that he had on, and you just there saying no, stop. It didn't mean anything to him. Now he has
Wow.
things that actually tells him. So very soon I'll be taking his muzzle off. I'm gonna be testing him a little bit more. But so far, see, so far he was good, and that's perfect because he's showing those are the things that I need to see. But he was actually giving me his paw and then he growled. And it's all because he's not used to it. Sit. So he needs to get used to having people handling him, like different people around him.
Yes.
And kind of learn to be comfortable in different situations like
Yeah.
that. So I'll do it again until he actually allows me to touch him all over and he's comfortable. Well, you want to see nose paw, high five?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good boy. Good boy. Come on. Sit. Good boy. High five. Yes. Perfect. Good boy. So see, when he did that, it's also he looks at me a little bit confused. It's like, why did I just do that? He just did something that he knows what means.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that it's okay for him to do to a stranger. I can tell just by the way he looks at me. So that's why sometimes he does and then he growls after, you know. So he needs to get used to having someone else around him.
He plays
And
dead.
also notice when he growled, I quickly corrected him, put him in his place, and I go right back to normal. I didn't freak out about it, and that's very important.
So if we were to correct him, get that leash and everything to correct
Yeah,
him,
just
what?
like I did, and then you go back, and then you get him to calm down, and then
Yeah.
you start over. You know, introduce him to people. Sit. Good boy. Up. And I'm not letting him like avoid the situation by laying down. That's
Yes.
why I make him sit.
Yes, he likes that. He like
Up.
he.
Come on. Come here. Sit. Up.
Yes.
Up. Good boy.
It's almost like he's throwing a fit.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Because
Yeah.
when you put a dog in a situation that they can't, you know, they have to respect you,
Yes.
and he's not used to it. of
He usually
course,
has
yeah.
all the control.
Yeah. He's all frustrated. It's like, you know, why is this happening? Well, as soon as he learns that it's okay, we're not here to hurt him, we're just showing
Yes.
him a different way
Yes.
to deal with strangers and everything, then he's fine. Then he accepts that and he realizes there's no need for him to
To be
get
upset.
frustrated
Yeah.
because of that. Sit. Up. Up. Come on. Let's go. See, and suppose that we don't want him to get away with it. That's
Yes.
why we're working. High five. Yes. Good boy. Very good. Down. Good. So now another thing that I do is give him different commands because he's not used to taking commands from a stranger that he normally would be barking at. So
Yep.
now he has, you know, he gets used to different things that a stranger would do to him so that doesn't aggravate him.
Yeah.
Yes. Good boy. High five. Good. High five. Yes. Good boy. Okay, so that was much better. I'll walk him around again. Also, he's used to pulling. you know,
Yes.
So now, with the prong collar, I can tell he tries to pull, and he needs to learn to just respect the pressure of the collar.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell when I do this, normally a dog will come right away. He tries to lay down and
Yes.
fight instead. As soon as he learns to just follow this lead, he won't be doing this anymore. Because with this collar, at least he can pull. So
It's almost
that's
like
what-
he's correcting himself because he feels that pinch.
Yeah, and instead of pulling, he's trying to roll over and lay down instead. you
Yeah.
know, because he can't pull anymore. So now we gotta teach him that he can't get away with that either.
Yes.
So this call is very good for you to stop the pulling, but also stop them from being stubborn. Like, you know, he's being stubborn, we can easily redirect that.
He's like, what the hell?
Sit. Okay, he's still being very protective. So the first thing that I would do, hold him with that hand right there and give him the now what I want you to do is just walk back away from him. Good. See how he changes because now you're not the one holding him anymore. So just
Yep.
by taking the leash, it kind of sets him off. You know, he's not, he doesn't feel, first of all, he can be protected, but also he doesn't feel confident anymore because now he has someone else holding him.
Yes.
So for him to lose this aggression when people approach you, you have to be the one correcting.
Okay.
So he stops right away. So I don't even have to do anything, just from me taking the leash. Just because I handled him before, he already knows he's not supposed to try to bite me. Now, what I want you to do, I'll show you a little bit. I'll give him back to you. You hold the leash. As soon as he starts to show any signs of aggression, you're gonna do a tug on the leash. You know, you don't need to be hot, but just let him know. And also use your leg and kind of tap him on the side. And you're gonna increase how much pressure you're using until he stops. Yeah, you walk him a little bit forward. And what I'll do is I'm actually not gonna go like face to face with him. I'm gonna walk by you.
Up. Come on, Baron.
Now just walk in front of you. See now that right there, we should be correcting. See the way when I test, what he's doing is being protective. He's doing what a German Shepherd normally does, but because of his history, you don't want him to even be that protective.
He doesn't want, you don't want him to be watching you.
Yeah. See, like this is good. This time he didn't really stare. If he stares at a stranger approaching you, walking towards you, you should be redirecting him. So you're basically letting him know I don't need you to be protective.
Okay.
You know, otherwise he feels like every person he sees, he needs to be watching to see what they're going to do.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and then he becomes so protective because he's anticipating that he needs to be protected. So if it could be a friendly person that makes a little mistake, like they walk towards him or something. He's basically telling them, I'm watching you, you know, and they don't want him to be doing that.
And they just don't know it, so
Yeah,
they're going to keep walking.
Exactly. So even that look that he's giving, if you correct that, he knows what he's doing. So you're telling him, I don't need you to do that. And then you're kind of like, right from the start, letting him know to stop. Before he starts barking and lunging and, you know, everything else. So I'll approach you again. And this time I'm actually going to try to pet him because he's trying to avoid the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to bring him this way as much as you can. Like that. Time to sit.
Sit. Nope. Up.
Yeah. Correct him. It's a little bit firmer than that to see how he growls. Especially when he growls, he needs to know he's being bad.
Okay.
Get him to sit.
Up.
Okay,
Sit.
right there.
Sit.
Yeah, keep correcting when he growls. You did good. You corrected him until he stops. Keep making him stand. Good. So he can see he's showing teeth. I know it's hard for you to see from there. But also another thing, if he stops breathing, it's a sign that he's getting ready to do that. So if I touch, so this time wasn't that bad. If he slows down a lot, it's very hot, and if he still slows down the breathing, then that means he's getting ready to growl, and then you do the back right hand. It's okay. Good boy. Alright, so I'll walk away and come back. Tell him to sit.
Sit. Sit.
Good boy. See now, correct. Correct. And then you can actually walk him forward. But when he's being, he's like getting tense, if moving him around helps with the right hand.
Okay.
Sit.
Sit. Sit. Sit.
Yeah, hold this up.
Sit. Nope. Up there.
Good boy. Now, if you see the eye that he's giving me there, you have to try to always pay close attention to that because it can be hard to see it. When he turns his eyes to the side, like to be able to see me,
He's peeking.
That's a sign right there that he's uncomfortable with the situation. And when a dog is uncomfortable and he already knows he can be aggressive, he will be aggressive, you know, because he's unsure about what's going to happen. He needs to get used to having people around him. That's why it's important for you to show him that you are seeing those signs that he's giving you. So even just the eye to the side is a good sign, indication that he's unsure. That was much better. Now another thing that I wanted to just try not to let him lean on you.
Okay.
So always
So what is
a little bit space right there. See how he can't? He has a hard time staying by himself. He's not confident to have a stranger around him and just hold himself there.
Yeah.
And it's important for him to learn that it's okay. So you can help him, but not babying him, not letting him lean on you.
Up.
So go forward, walk forward. Good, and then you turn him around. See, every time he lays down, you do that. Just go forward. Right there, sit.
Sit. Sit. Sit.
Good boy. See, he's very unsure. You can tell he's not very. I mean, he's not as bad as he was, but he's a little. Unsure
Yeah.
still, you know, which is normal. I
He's
mean,
confused.
Yeah, he's confused. He's like, what the heck? Someone's patting me. told you, a little bit at a time, and that's how he gets used to having
Yeah.
someone that he doesn't know approaching him and patting him. Okay, we can give this another minute and do it. Much better. So this time he didn't even.
Yep.
He tried to avoid me, which is it's the next stage where he's not showing aggression because
Yeah.
he knows he's not supposed to anymore, but he's also not comfortable with me.
And when he tries to turn into me,
Don't mind him.
backing up.
Yeah,
That's
that's why he
okay.
was doing that. This is perfect right now because he's standing there. Yeah, don't want him to lay down or lean into. Yeah, basically teach him to face his fears and things that he's uncomfortable with
Yeah.
without showing aggression and without shying away either. So he becomes a more confident dog while he's still being friendly and, you know, not showing any kind of aggression or anything. Good. That was good. Now stand right there. Yeah, don't let him look too much into you.
Up.
And you can keep going till he adjusts himself. Like if he's trying to lay down, that was perfect. Alright, right here, I can get him to sit.
Sit. Sit.
Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Very good.
You like
was
that?
good.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's all-
He's taking selfies on Instagram.
No, I'm not.
Come on. So put him in position. Oh, okay. Sit. Yes. Oh, this was perfect. You didn't lay down this time. Yes, a good boy. Come. Sit. Sit. See, the miles sometimes that makes them lay down too.
Because I want to try to roll it off.
Okay, so I'll let you come and take his leash now. Just before we finish this. Sit. Yeah, that's what I said. The mouse was bothering him, so he was laying down. This time he's not laying down anymore. So this is gonna be the big test. I will just walk towards you and try
Yep.
to pat him without the mouse now. And
Don't
just
move,
watch
Wade.
his body language. He's not looking at me, so that's good. He's not staring. And even though he stopped right now, I knew he would go right back to breathing.
Yes.
So, you know, he was thinking a little bit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't perfect. I'll do that one more time.
Sit. 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 Go up.
Good boy. Nice. And also shake hands.
Oh.
Good. That's a good wow. Good. Now redirect him a little bit.
I'll give you belly. You
He's
tell him.
washing a little bit.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that's good. So that's
Yeah, very good.
That means I left my keys in the
so even the voice that when he hears, I start redirecting him right
Yeah.
away. Good boy.
Just walk right up to the gate.
What?
Walk right up to the gate, but don't come in.
Alright, I'm walking right up to the gate.
Yeah, knock on it like it's a door.
Good boy. So see, I'm gonna actually redirect him before he even barks.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, he was curious, he sees the art. But now, see how he's looking away already? That's really good. And this is normal for a dog to be like that anyway, even when they're friendly, they'll be curious. But with him, when he's staring a little too much, I redirect him anyway, because we know with him, he would escalate and he
Yeah.
would become aggressive if
And
we
just
let.
that little pull, no, he knows
Yeah.
to redirect.
So now he can come here.
Just flip that up. There you go.
And now watch when as the person is walking in, I keep moving him around and just to give him something to do so that he doesn't sit here and watch the person walking in, because that would be like too
Yes.
much for him to handle.
Like that.
Should I ignore him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can talk to him.
She's been talking to him and patting him.
Who? Really? Now what do you want me to do?
You can come closer to us.
What?
You can come
Can we
walk.
hold your stuff?
No, let me just put it down here. Baron. All right.
So see, the reason that I keep moving him around is so that his focus is not all on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally on me. right?
Exactly. Because if he sits here, he's uncomfortable with people
Right.
that he's not used to interacting with.
Right.
So if he sits and he watches you walking towards him, it makes him very nervous. So he responds with aggression right away. Because he's a dog that is territorial, but he's also very insecure around situations that he's not used
The
to.
insecurity.
Yeah, so
more
by
than
me just
anything.
doing this here, it
Yep.
helps him relax a lot. So like right now he doesn't care that you're there. But
Oh, good.
but if I get him to stand there and when you walk towards him and he watches that, then he doesn't know what to do with himself
Ah.
and he may become aggressive. So
And put my hand down.
I'm gonna actually give you his side first.
Oh, okay.
So just so that he knows that you're petting him.
Oh, good
But it's a
dog.
little easier for him that way.
Oh boy.
See how he's watching you? He's just
Yeah,
very
yeah.
unsure about the situation. Which is
Very.
normal
Good boy.
for a dog like him to
Good
be
boy.
uncomfortable
Yeah,
at first.
yeah. I see that.
Tail between the legs, what's that usually mean?
What?
He's very nervous right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he really
So,
nervous?
yeah, which is it's normal. Like I said, this is what's getting him to not feel nervous anymore. Is by me
Somebody else
teaching
touching
him.
him?
Yes, I'm teaching him to let somebody else touch him, and pet him all over. Once you do this, and now you can walk away,
Good boy.
and then
Barry.
eventually I want
Good
you to
boy.
come back and do it again. So each time a person comes and does this to him, he's more relaxed.
Yes.
This is what I'm doing. But if we don't get him to the point that he's letting them, then you never move forward.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Good boy. Good. So
Oh,
now what he
good
realized,
boy.
okay, she came, she petted me, and she walked away. Nothing else.
I'm good.
And also the way we kept him from growling. He never
Yeah, none of
growled.
that.
He never snapped.
None.
So this takes time, for the dog to be completely different, act
Right.
completely different.
And he is.
Well, he's already completely different.
Yes, isn't he?
Well, it's just that every day, like a new situation, he's going to react the same way, and he needs to be corrected. And you see
And
less and
redirected
less of the
each
aggression. He becomes more comfortable. He
He
also
was
learns.
Adam.
So can I go back to it?
Yep, he can come back now.
And should I talk to him?
You can talk to him.
Baron.
Be careful of those
Come here,
holes.
Baron. Come here, Baron.
So just don't be
Good
afraid
boy.
if he learns, because he
Good boy.
may, he may
He may
growl.
turn
And,
up.
yeah,
Okay. What a
I'm
good
watching him.
boy.
I'll pull him back. See again, he
You're
stops.
looking at me now. See how his breathing
Yeah,
stopped?
he's,
That's when you.
he's just getting very nervous. So what I do is I'll move him around again. Good boy, and he can do it again. You can watch by his painting. Like if he stops, it's because he's very nervous.
You like that?
Okay,
You like
buddy.
your hiney
You're
scratch?
all right.
Yeah, you
You're
like that,
okay.
don't
It's also good that we are letting people. I'm letting you walk away from him instead of letting him walk away from
Right,
her.
right.
So that he learns that people can come pet him and walk away. Because he doesn't know how to deal with the situation. See, he's okay that you're here, but he's not okay with you patting him all over yet.
Yeah.
So sometimes, this can trick people because you think, oh, now he's fine, and if he didn't have a muzzle on,
Yeah.
you're petting him, he's all
Yeah.
fine, and then you stop and he attacks because he doesn't know how to walk away yet. So that's why we have to teach
Okay.
people walking away from
You're
him.
all right. What a good boy.
All right, so he can come a little bit closer.
Hi, Baron.
All right, hold on, leave it. All right, now you just put your hand in there.
Good boy. Oh, I think I'm allergic.
Come this way a little closer. I want us to be closer to him
Oh, okay.
so he can kind of just have people around. Also, he doesn't have the muzzle on now.
Right.
I want him to see exactly what's going on around him. All right, they can come in.
Okay,
now.
Wade.
What's your name again?
I'm John.
Oh, hi, John.
I'm Wade's
Diana.
friend. It's good to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Knock.
Debbie.
Go ahead, knock on the door.
See, they didn't really knock the other guy didn't knock, right?
Yes.
So that tricked him because he's so used to barking every time he hears a sound.
Do it
No,
nice
he
and
knocked.
loud. Nice and loud.
Not loud enough.
Yeah. So now he heard it and he was good. But so I've interacted him and he's relaxed. He can come in now.
Come on in.
Right there.
Junior, you can come on in too.
Don't run, Wade.
And you can actually walk right to where everybody is.
Yeah, just don't look at him.
See, this is very good.
Just don't
Yes.
look at him and be
He's
afraid.
looking, but he's
I'm amazed
he's
right now.
curious, but he's relaxed
Yes.
at the same time.
I am
He's just-
absolutely amazed.
Wonder what is going on here, right?
I just, there's no way he would have done this a week ago.
So I'll just walk him close to you guys.
Good boy.
You could never have done that before.
Nope.
There was something I read one time about the family. Lucy like the
He's
toast.
sniffing. I'm watching his body language. So don't approach him. Let him
Yeah.
approach you.
No, I read someplace or I heard someplace that
Do like that.
I'm watching him.
Like,
Like-
see how I'm scared of
Indian giver here.
Yes,
That
safe guy.
they do sense,
They, yeah.
or they know
They
the
know.
body smell of family.
Boy. Because that's very important for him to do that.
Hey, you two. He just deserted you. He don't care if you lunch or not.
He gave you guys the waivers, right?
Yeah, see, that's very good because we
What?
want him to get used to smelling people.
Go waiver here.
Now, what's the purpose
Yeah,
of the
did you watch
smelling?
that?
Like, is
Yep.
he sensing?
What he was doing, that's very important. He just sniffed both of them and walked away.
Yeah.
Because then he gets familiar
Beautiful.
with smelling. Just
He's like a boy.
and he has to be able to interact with people. eventually.
Yes.
That's why this is. And he's okay with them being here 100%. It's just like certain things that,
Yeah.
that may trigger him. That's why we're going to continue to basically supervise,
Yep.
you know.
Like if
and-
we threw her in the middle, he would act different. If we put her in the middle of
Oh, you
all
can
four
try
of them.
coming with them. Actually, why don't you go and just shake everybody's hands?
Oh, okay. Ignore him.
Yeah.
Junior, stay up there.
I'm good, I'm good.
Everything's all set? Okay. There you go. Oh, boy.
So now you take position, you're walking around.
Oh, yeah. You better have a good hold on that.
I bring him this way. So keep him right around us here. Don't have a position this time.
Not ahead of me.
Yeah, bring him. You can bring him to me now. I'm gonna take you like past me.
Sit. Good boy. Yeah. You are doing so well. Yeah, I know. You hear Junior.
All right, I'll take
Good boy.
you. So now let's where's his mouth? Let's put the mouth.
I know you two aren't right now, though, right?
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
don't
You've
know
seen
him
him
at
in
all,
action,
right?
right?
No, that was behind Junior.
Oh, gosh.
No, don't worry. It's fine.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. I really am not.
Okay, so now everybody just walk around a little bit in a circle and
Were you
Anywhere?
on the other side today?
We were at
Yeah, just don't go all the way down.